The only thing that will save our country is if we choose to love our kids more than we hate each other. Three things. One, clean up the corruption of the agencies, particularly the conflicts of interest that have turned those agencies into captive agencies for the pharmaceutical industry and the food industry, the other industries that they're supposed to be regulating. Number two, to return those agencies to the gold standard science, the empirically based, evidence-based medicine that they were famous for when I was a kid. And number three, to make America healthy again, to end the chronic disease epidemic. And President Trump has told me that he wants to see measurable, concrete results within 2 years in terms of a measurable diminishment in chronic disease among America's kids.
You're being taxed. All government spending is taxation. So whether it's direct taxation or all government spending, it either becomes inflation or it's direct taxation. Your money is being wasted, and the Department of Government Efficiency is going to fix that. We're going to get the government off your back and out of your pocketbook. And America's just not just going to be great. America is going to reach heights that it has never seen before. The future is going to be amazing!
Congress from our government. We will drive out the globalists. We will cast out the communists, Marxists, and fascists. We will throw off the sick political class that hates our country. We will rout the fake news media, and we will liberate America from these villains once and for all.
Before we go too far, I've got something to tell you. You'll find out.
Play YMCA. Go ahead. Let's go. Nice and loud. Here we go.
Good morning, everyone. It's February 11th, 2025. So 211, beautiful angel numbers right there. I hope you guys are feeling very pumped and excited because there's a lot of changes going on. Of course, we're watching Trump and the White Hats accomplishing so much in just the short time that Trump has been back. But there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and it has a lot to do with the education system. So what we're going to look into today, I'm going to do some channeling this morning. We're going to go right to the point, and we're going to find out, try our best, of course, because it's hard when you're connecting with spirit, when you're channeling for a time frame. And this is for any subject, even for personal readings. Time frames are difficult to break down. But what I'm going to do, of course, I use the zodiac time frames. So we will do that as well as spring, summer, fall, all that kind of stuff. But expect major changes in the education system. And feel free also to leave your comments under the video for upcoming shows. So the show's coming for tomorrow and Thursday. Monday through Thursday, I will be doing shows. So if you have any ideas, topics that you would like to go over, yes, you can still email me, but I do prefer if you guys write the comments under the video. That's a lot better. And also don't forget to hit like and also make sure you're still subscribed to the channel, because a lot of you are telling me that you're not getting any notifications or anything. So make sure that you are still subscribed. Just double check that. And that's the channel page right there. You want to go on there and like it, Mega Arcana Shores, because we follow all the mega news updates, as well as expanding your consciousness, prophetic guidance here, using my beautiful Arcana cards here. And that's what I'm going to use right now. We're going to look into it. We will have a message for the day as well. And then we'll look into the education system. And for those of you that weren't here yesterday, you might want to check out yesterday's show. Every Monday, I will be doing viewer questions. So every Monday, I will be pulling questions out of the chat and doing that. On Mondays, it'll be our longer show. So yesterday was about 45 minutes of a show. So expect that for on Mondays. If you have questions and you want to do it live, we'll do it like that. But the other shows, we'll keep them a little bit shorter so that we have more viewers that can participate and watch them throughout the day. But thank you all for being here. So I'm going to put the camera down and we're going to pull some cards and we're going to see about the education system. And when can we expect all these major changes? What kind of changes? Is there going to be alternative education more available for kids, or what's really going to go on, and what are they going to be taking out of the system? So what kind of classes are they going to be taking out, which I'm sure there's a lot of things they need to stop doing and more that they need to put into the system. So we're going to take a look and just see. I'm going to put the camera down so you guys could see the cards. Here we go. So question number 1. I know a lot of you have been asking me through email specifically about a shutdown. Are kids going to be pulled out of school and not, are they not going to be able to go back to school during this reforming of the system? So that being said, spring break is upon us. Okay, that's the next major break for them. Will the children return after spring break, or is there going to be a transformation happening to where they don't go back till fall? So, that's something that's been thrown out there a lot, and a lot of you are concerned and you want to know. So let's take a look. Spring break, is anything happening to where the children would not be returning to school due to a transformation in the system? Here we go. All right, so I honestly think that there's going to be a return, okay? But I don't think that it's going to be the same. There's a lot of reforming that's going to happen. So more so after summer. So the fall might be difficult. Something in the fall 2025. The Hermit card, there's going to be more. There's something about the health. It's about the medical system as well. So the changes that we see in the medical system, big pharma, all of that, school shots, all that kind of stuff, that's intertwined with this. So something's going on with the medical system and the school system. Chariot, 6 of Cups. So I feel that in the fall, things are going to be reformed. Over spring and summer is when they're going to do the transformation. So summer break is most likely the major transformation. We're going to know about this around spring break. They will return, but everything's going to be completely different come fall of 2025 for all the kids. So the Chariot, the 6 of Cups, the 8 of Wands. This is going to be new staffing. This is going to be bad people being taken out of the system. And also a lot of testing for teachers and administration people. So a lot of testing to make sure that they have the right people, the right leaders. So I'm talking teachers, administration, all of that. They're going to have to go through a lot of testing to make sure that they're the right fit. There's going to be more things that they need to learn and to go through for that job. So they really want to make sure that their heart's in the right place. And we all know, there's great teachers out there. I've had a few that I've absolutely loved in my life. We love our teachers, but there are teachers out there that don't genuinely love what they do. They don't love what they do. And they're not good with the children, and they're not teaching. They're not doing their job. And they're very woke. Also, there's a lot of that still. They're still existing. They're still in the system. So it's a lot of reforming the staff. I do believe the kids will be fine when they return for fall of 2025. So I think they're definitely going to go through spring break. They're going to have to go back, and then they'll have summer off. But when they return for fall of 2025, everything's going to be changed. What's being taught will be changed, because I have a lot of that here. Fear of the unknown about, so there might even be, there's going to be a lot of families, a lot of moms, a lot of dads afraid of, because we still have democratic people, of course, okay? They're still going to be scared about, well, what about this vaccination and that vaccination? A lot of I have to be careful still about this one, but so a lot of the disclosures about vaccinations in children is going to be revealed around the same time of this major transformation here with the schools. So medical and the schools, all they're combined. That's the way that they fraud the people, is through the medical and the education system. So a lot of truth will be revealed, and then people are going to freak out and wonder, oh no, is my kid safe? I thought this was a conspiracy theory all these years, and it's not. So a lot of truth coming out about that. But let's take a look. So we know about the staffing is going to change, the teachers, the administration. Now, what about each state? Because I heard Trump talk about it too. Is it going to happen to where each state has their own education system? So each state has their own rules, has their own regulations, or are they all going to have to abide by the same laws, the same regulations? Let's take a look. We have the Empress, so there's a rebirthing here. Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups. So yeah, each state is going to be like their own. And you guys, like, I know a lot of you already know, but there is I'm sensing a lot of things here about, it's not so good here. Seven of Cups, what's coming through with the Seven of Cups is about people in the education system, higher up people are very connected to the trafficking. So it's not only are you, okay, you're wanting to send your children to school knowing and feeling that they're safe in the hands of these people, but they're not. There's a lot of dark connections in the school systems. Predators. That's what I'm going to say. It's predator energy. So that will be disclosed. Each state definitely will be more in control of their school systems. Now, all the fraud that's going to be coming out, all the financial, all of that, what they've been really doing with the money has not been going to the schools. It has not been going to the schools. It's been going to the government. It's been going for nefarious activities, funding nefarious activities. And I know what you guys know what I mean when I say that. It's very dark. There's trickery here, control of the people, control of the children. Of course, the mind control, that's going to be discussed as well. Different topics will be taught. Different topics, different, deeper understandings. I know that Trump wants the Bible. He wants more religion back in schools and good values, and teach children manners as well. And the true history will be taught in our schools. And a lot of the unveiling of all of that's going to come out too. And that goes hand in hand with, yes, the disclosure of the JFK Jr. and all the MLK, Martin Luther King, all of that. That is very near to us. That's going to be happening very soon. Let me get a time frame. If Spirit will give us a zodiac time frame, When will that be disclosed? Because I know that goes hand in hand. That's going to shock people that aren't really consciously aware of all this stuff. It's going to shock them and make them wonder, well, what about all the other history? And that's going to open up the can of worms to get into, well, the history that you learned in school is not actually the true history. All of that is mostly BS and made up. So yeah, that's going to come out all around the same time. But first, he does have to disclose the truth about MLK and JFK. So all that's going to come out around the same time. But what is the time frame? Let's see. Can I get a zodiac time frame? Here we go. King of Swords, the Ascension card in my deck. The only deck that has an Ascension card. 5 of Pentacles. Then we have the new moon card, moon cycles. And then we have the 10 of Cups. So we have a lot of water here. All right. So I'm thinking this is Cancer season. Gemini and Cancer. June and July. Yeah, over the summer. Over the summertime, all of this will be revealed, and it's going to give them time to clean up the textbooks for the children. And they're going to have other options. They don't have to go back to public school. A lot of parents aren't going to do that because of all the disclosure of the mind control. Absolutely. So number one, they've got to replace the staff. They've got to change what's being taught. Wow, this Death card came out, transformation. Scorpio season, that's in the fall. By Scorpio season, I feel that all of this will be happening. All reform will be happening. So that they learn the real true history and also subjects that they need to know, like math and how to, do business, how to calculate and tally up how much money they have and how much they've spent, all that kind of stuff. More attention towards actual learning, things that you use in everyday life. Spirituality as well, that's going to play a major role. Getting back to good values and families and being yourself, being happy with yourself, not convincing you to change genders. So all of that, and that comes back to the staff. That comes back to who is really teaching your children. A lot of lazy teachers out there that aren't doing any teaching, but then there are teachers out there who are trying to put their views and dark agendas into your child. Public school has not been a safe place. Not at all, for many years. And also school shootings. That's all going to be revealed. Who's been behind all the school shootings? We know the answer to that. We know it's the government. All of that will be revealed as well. There's so much dark energy around the school systems and the people who are running it and working for it. I'm not saying that everyone who works in the school system is dark, but I'm saying that a lot of them are, and a lot of them are connected to trafficking. Also, Big Pharma is all connected with the school system as well. Let's get them vaccinated. Let's mind control them. Let's suppress them down. And our children, this next generation, the very young ones right now too, super smart, super high IQs, very gifted, very spiritually gifted as well. This was a major plot to continue to suppress them even more drastically than ever before, because they are very spiritually gifted. So you can see major reveals coming out, and I'm going to raise this up because we don't have to pull more on it, but because we get the gist of it and we all feel it. I'm very passionate about this because I have known throughout my life, even as a kid too, and I did independent study. Actually, I went to public school till about 5th grade, and then I did independent study by choice. My mom's like, hey, do you want to work with me and do your homework at home and go? I went to a teacher once a week, and I was tested, and I did my work, showed it to her, passed the test. Every time you pass the test, you passed a grade up. So I ended up graduating a year early by doing my own studying by myself at home. And then I would go see a teacher once a week for the test to be tested. So I am a huge, huge supporter of independent study. Also, homeschooling, I think, is very beneficial for all children if you have the means to do that and have the time, of course. But there's going to be other options. There's going to be alternate education that's going to be more available, and it's going to be with passionate leaders, passionate teachers that actually care about your children, and they're not going to this dangerous, dark place of making them sit there and infiltrating them with information that's not even real, but is plotted and made and said to convince them and control them so that they just become another slave of our system. So that's all going to change. And I'm excited for it very much. And you guys feel free. You guys leave comments down below for future shows. Tomorrow's show, if you want a certain topic, leave it down below. I do want to remind you guys that if you have your personal situations going on and you want to talk about them, ask me questions about them, deep dive them, go to arcanashores.net and you can check out everything I offer there. Prophetic guidance, channeling, like I just did here. I was sensing that a lot of dark things will be revealed in the school system. It's not just financial fraud, but what they've been backing and who's been involved. And it's going to scare a lot of families, but it needs to be revealed. But if you have a situation or you're curious about looking into something, deep diving, go to my website, arcanashores.net. Yes, express readings are still at $22. And palmistry. If you guys are interested in palmistry, I have been studying that for quite a while. It's very old way of looking into astrology on your hands. And your hands are connected to all of your senses and your intuition. Your feet, remember, reflexology. Your feet are actually all connected to your organs. So, and then this is just a fun little chart here of how all the planets are on your hands. Venus, and also the Venus mount, so the meat of your hand right here. There's a way, if you have a lot of things going on here, and what I mean by that, and I'm just going to show you guys real quick before I wrap up the show. But what I mean by that, they call them defects, but they're not really defects. I call them designs. So when you have all these different designs on your hands, and if you have a lot of them in that Venus mount area, it's going to expose what blockages you have. Also, upcoming events, maybe difficult events, health challenges, anything that you could look out for that possibly you could prevent. Free will. You can change the course if you have the knowledge. You can change your direction if you have the knowledge. So it's very fascinating what we can learn through palmistry. And that's why I'm so into it right now. And I love that all of you, there's so many of you have come to me already. And it's just fascinating. And I know we were talking yesterday about the M on hands, right? Not everyone has an M. Some people believe that it's an M, but it's not truly an M. There's different points at it. You have to have an actual M. It has to be actually bold and really stand out as an M, because most people don't. Only about 5% have an M on their hand. But during this era, a lot of us do, because we have a very special purpose to be here right now, to help humanity, not only with the awakening, but with healing people, helping people to learn how to heal themselves. And also the children. A lot of us, I have it actually under my Mercury. So the pinky is ruled by Mercury. I have a box here, a line that's formed into a box. And what that means, a box or a triangle actually, means that you are a natural born teacher, leader, and you should be using your voice, which I have gotten that through channeling. So I know that that's true because it is. And then if you look through all the palmistry and study palmistry, that's what it means. So, and it's under Mercury, which rules our communication. Okay, also rules Gemini, which I have a lot of Gemini. But I'm finding that in a lot of you. There's a lot of you out there that also have the true ability and skill to speak and teach and lead. So it's blowing me away. It's just so cool. I love palmistry. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a map on our hands. The left hand is what God gave you and what you were born with. The right hand is what you're currently doing with it. And it's blowing me away. It's so fun. It helps us to see, especially the fate line. And when it runs in with your lifeline, it's showing you that you're in alignment and you are working towards your life purpose, or you're currently already doing it. Because there's also a way to see your age on your hands too. So very cool. I won't go any deeper than that because I do have some readings right after the show. And I want to save my information for those. But thank you all for being here. Let's also pull a message for today. So today is February 11th. So what is the message we all need to hear today? We're also going to do an angel card, because we know our angels are always around us. We all have angels and guides connected with us, helping us, spirit giving us information. We just have to listen. So here we go. What is the angel message for today? From Angels and Saints, the deck by Arnie Layton. Here we go. Whoops. Well, if that one wants to fall out, let's see what it is. Saint Anthony. Find what is lost. In the darkest of times, the deepest despair, there is always tomorrow. A new day and a new dream of hope. All is never lost. Beautiful. All is never lost. That is beautiful. In the darkest of times. So if you're going through something right now and you feel like something's hopeless, just don't get into that energy. Remember that tomorrow's a new start. An hour from now is a new start. You can shift things very quickly. Beautiful message. I want to do one more. I love these cards. Here we go. Sandalphon. Love Sandalphon. Potential wisdom harmony. You are never on the ground alone. With your wings, fly high, soar and reach for the stars and rise up. Absolutely. And also remember that the love that you have inside of you, that is your source. That is your source of light, of love, God's gene also. And that is meant for you to spread in whatever it is that you do, whatever passion you have, whatever communications you have every day. It's for you. That is your source of energy, is your love, your creativity, and what progresses you through life, and especially as you evolve and as you ascend. So just remember that. But anyways, what is the message we all need to hear today? What is the message for February 11th for all of us today? Here we go. Three of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. So Three of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. I see a lot of stability coming with the Queen of Pentacles. So if you're going through something and it feels like it's taking a long time, Three of Pentacles can indicate that you're building a foundation, you're building up to something. You want to do something, possibly. Some of you, I sense this. There's something that you want to do. You have an idea. Your mind's wrapped around it, but you haven't had that initiation. You haven't initiated it to really go forward with it. Just the thoughts there. And that's how it starts. The thought is the seed. And once you have that and then you run with it, you want to plant that seed. You want to start. The first day of starting anything is you planting that seed and getting it to grow. And then just continuously do it every single day, whatever it is. If you're trying to build a business, build a channel, whatever it may be in your life, build a relationship, just start, just initiate. Don't be afraid. Don't ever be afraid, because remember that love that's inside you, that is your source of energy, source of creation. We all have it within us. Four of Wands, balance, harmony, love. For some of you, this could be about a relationship. This could be about bringing it to more of a solid ground, more of an understanding place, a place of home and comfort and stability. This could also mean a career. Maybe you're getting started in a different type of career that you maybe you didn't do it before and it's all new to you and you're just jumping in. But you're going to bring harmony with yourself. You are going to balance out. Everything's a little scary at first. Relationships, career, learning something new, getting out of your comfort zone. Of course, it's scary at the very beginning. You know, it can feel uncomfortable. But just like the Three of Pentacles, the more, like, they've planted the seed, but the more that they do that every day, that Three of Pentacles is going to turn into the 10 of Pentacles, and so on and so on. That means it's going to continuously to grow. It's going to get stronger. Just like anything, you practice anything, you're going to get stronger. We talk about expanding your consciousness. If you practice that every single day, take time out for yourself and really go within, focus on your senses. What are you hearing? What's coming through? Is spirit speaking with you? Are angels helping you? Are you asking for guidance? And are you listening? You practice that every day, you're going to be so in alignment with your soul. You're going to feel happier, but also you're going to have more trust. You're going to trust yourself to make decisions easily, and also trusting yourself to go in the new directions. And they're not going to be so uncomfortable anymore, because you're going to know that I got this. And if I don't, then maybe it's not for me. But at least you tried. Whatever it is, at least it's a try. And trying counts. And it helps you grow. So whoever needed to hear that, let's see any other messages that want to come through. There's always someone that needs to hear these messages. And as long as it touches one person, it's all that matters to me. Let's see. You got the Lovers card. We've got the new moon cycles. So new cycles, ending of old, new cycles beginning. Just like we talked about, just doing it. Do something different. Do routines. Get into a new routine. But also that King of Swords, very important about your inner truth, your inner wisdom. And also using that inner wisdom. What have you been through in your life? How did you get to where you are right now? We all have success stories. We all have failure stories. But the deep meaning to each failure is success, because that if you wouldn't have failed, or if you wouldn't have had challenges, you wouldn't be the great version that you are right now. So we have to be thankful. We have to recognize our inner truth, our inner wisdom from each experience, and realize that it's been a gift, and it's gotten yourself right where you are. And right where you are is the only place that you should truly be. There's no right or wrong way. And then new cycles, and then the Lovers card. Lovers card could be collaborations, relationships, obviously a couple, loving relationships. So there could be, for some of you, this could be a huge realization that your past experiences have made you a stronger version of yourself to try something new. Maybe it's to try this new relationship. Maybe you're being presented with love right now and you're looking back on your past, but maybe you need to look back on your past in a positive way and say, I've already learned all of this. I've seen red flags. I know what to look for. I need to realize that this person is not the same person as the past. And that's the biggest thing I see in love readings, is that there's so much comparison with the new person to the old. And there's a lot of friction there. And that's usually a sign, of course it's a sign, that you just need to heal that more. And you need to do more reflection. You need to heal within you. It's not that new person's fault that you're still thinking about the past or comparing or having that fear. That's a you problem. That's a you issue that just needs to be reflected and worked through. So a lot of you are starting new relationships. So this might be for you. So listen to your inner wisdom, that inner voice, not the ego necessarily that's going to scare you off and say, oh no, no, he's like the other person or she's like the other person. That's usually the ego that's going to scare you. Any kind of fear message that comes through from ego, you don't want to take that as advice. You want to take the highest frequency information that comes through you. That's from spirit. It's loving, it's supportive, and it's guidance. It's never going to put you down or make you feel bad. So that's the difference. But anyways, I better wrap this up. Thank you all for being here. Remember arcanashores.net if you'd like to schedule a personal reading. I do have openings. I'll be making up more openings. I'll be editing my calendar today actually to open more spots. But everything's available, and I will see you guys very soon. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys take care. Bye.